Hey guys, what's going on? In this video, we're going to take a look at the Kindle Paperwhite 2021 edition. Or 2020 edition. We're taking a look at the Kindle Paperwhite generation just before the last one, whatever that one was. I got it a year ago. Let's just jump in right into the video. Anyways, without further ado, here is the Kindle Paperwhite. I've had this device now for just over a year. I got it last year for Christmas from my brother. A phenomenal gift. When you're wondering if it's worth it, the short answer, yes. The long answer is simply this: why it's so good. Well, one is portability. The fact that this can fit into my back pocket is tremendous. So some of the books that I actually own in a hardcover version, I actually own in a digital version as well, just because if I'm not able to read that book at home, I can just take this along with me, put the books essentially in my back pocket, and when I have a moment, let's say at work or at any other moment of just leisure time, I could just pull this out, flip to the page where I was at home, and then kind of continue my reading on that way. Another great feature that I love about this e-reader is the battery life. I think in the span of the year that I've actually owned this thing, I must have charged it less than 10 times. Having to reach for a charger to actually charge my Kindle, it's always like, it's such a foreign experience every time I do it, because the battery life is phenomenal. And that's how long it lasts. It'll last for like months and months on end, considering my phone dies every 4 hours. So the exact polar opposite is phenomenal. And if my phone dies, you know what, at least I know for the next several weeks I'll have this to keep me company. Another great feature of the Kindle, now I don't typically recommend this, but if you are a little bit of a filthy pirate, you can sideload books into it. So there is a way, I won't disclose it here in this video, but you can essentially get books that you haven't necessarily paid for and put them on here. I'll just leave it at that. For no specific reason, I have the Anarchist Cookbook on here. Not because I support anarchy, but the fact that it's available and I can. Maybe I shouldn't reveal stuff like that on the internet. Either way, it's in here. I don't know. If you're wondering if you can put graphic novels on here, let's say mangas or comic books, you can. You can actually load them up on here on the Kindle, and it'll display it like fairly well. It works well with comics and graphic novels that are obviously in black and white, because the Paperwhite can only display in black and white. And with the slim profile that what this offers, you can put all those volumes all at once in your back pocket. You can't go wrong with that. I think I definitely touched upon all the little tidbits of different little things that the Kindle has to offer that, speaks to me, but I think the biggest point of them all would definitely be the screen. I thoroughly enjoy this screen. The main thing for me is when I first got it, like, okay, it's another screen to look at, but it doesn't feel like it's another screen you're looking at. Like with a smartphone screen, the blue light is piercing your eyeballs and it's piercing your retinas. It's like, focus on this. This screen has gone close as possible to what it would feel like actually looking at paper. It's flat. It's basic in the best sense of the word. It doesn't feel like it's trying to tear your eyeballs open with information. It's kind of just like, hey man, look, there's information on a page, and to me, like, that's super important. That's the whole point of these e-readers, and this device does it extremely well. If you're on the fence of purchasing this item for somebody else or yourself or whoever, take it from me, a random guy on the internet, and I recommend this. I wasn't a huge reader prior to getting one of these. I started getting more into books, and I started purchasing some books for me to read. This device helped accelerate that process, and now I don't pretty much ever leave the house without it. This has been my go-to device to occupy time. And to me, it's so rewarding that I can now just reach into my back pocket, learn something, and get something rewarding to fill that time where instead of, going on my phone and going on Instagram and looking at memes and some silly, just general silliness and not getting any value out of it. Now I'm able to actually reach into my pocket and get value. And to me, that is extremely important. If this video has done anything for you in terms of education, please hit the like button and the subscribe button, and drop a comment down below, or give me some book recommendations. Actually, let me know, like, what can I put on one of these? If you have one of these, tell me what your favorite feature is. But also, please recommend me some good books. I'm a huge fan of non-fiction books, but I'm down to learn to, get into some fantasy or whatever. Just shoot me what your favorite title is. And with that, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.